Another beautiful day. Time to get some editing done. Oh, what the dick? I'm dead? No, wait a minute. I must still be barely alive, otherwise I wouldn't be here at all.
Hey, Will, you ready to Oh my god!
Oh, thank God. JT, okay, all I need you to do is call 911.
Sweet!
Fuck! We have to go. It's time to save the world. Hello and welcome to Cover by Cover, everyone. I luckily made it to the hospital in time.
And I gave him his computer back. After the cops were called. And I was arrested. And it sat in an evidence room for a month. Look, the point is, you're welcome. Today we're going to be looking at an anime that both Will and I are very fond of. In fact, it's one that when we look back upon it, it brings a smile to our faces. It brings a smile to our faces. Oh my god. Okay, look, I'm sorry.
That's right, JT. You know, way back in the long ago, Alan gave me this series as a Christmas gift, and I still treasure the experience I had watching it. But now it's time for a revisit to find out if I'm just a nostalgic man-child or if it actually is one of the best anime I've ever seen. JT?
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest shonen ever created.
I will never forgive you for what you've done. Yu Hakusho, everyone! Yu Hakusho was first penned by Yoshihiro Togashi, who, just a few years later, would begin publishing the should-be legendary Hunter x Hunter. However, its release schedule has been plagued with constant lapses because in his twilight years, Togashi has become something of a dick and basically publishes stuff whenever he feels like it, often releasing really low-rent, shitty artwork in Shonen Jump, only to redraw it in full quality for the Tankobon editions because hey, those make the real money.
This practice was reportedly due to the massive stress and ill health that Togashi suffered while working on Yu Hakusho due to the typically brutal, unforgiving nature of the manga industry, but it's just as likely nowadays that he takes these extended breaks to play his Dragon Quest videos and attend manga conventions. What an asshole?
While it's admittedly very easy to criticize Togashi for being selfish and arrogant, if you're familiar with how poorly manga authors have been treated and paid by shonen zines for many years now, you might see it differently. When coupled with Togashi's many published apologies to his fans and his unlimited willingness to personally interact with them at these comiquettes, the picture of a man taking a slow burn revenge on a cruel industry starts to take shape, and for that, I refuse to criticize him. Kick their asses.
Back in the bygone era of 1992, however, Yu Hakusho was reigning supreme, and the anime counterpart we'll be looking at today aired to massive acclaim. So did it deserve it? No, because I hate you all.
Why did you make me say that?
You know why.
You know what? Then fuck you too then. I'm gonna say whatever I want. Fuck Hatsune Miku! Dude, what are you doing?
The series has made numerous lists as one of the best anime of all time, and garnered mind-blowing success in the United States, which Funimation president Gen Fukunaga called an out-of-nowhere success due to the US audience's total lack of prior awareness. So, will we fall in lockstep with all the weebs, or can Will find an excuse to be a contrarian asshole yet again?
Neither! Why are those the only two possible outcomes? You know why. But enough blabbering. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, who probably shouldn't be watching our crass, offensive internet videos and instead should be chasing soccer balls out into traffic to get hit by cars, this is Yu Hakusho.
After a ludicrously upbeat opening song that I still can't get on board with, and an English logo super seamlessly integrated with the original Japanese title, our main character dies immediately. See, this is why I hate soccer.
This boy's name is Yusuke. He's 14 years old and is supposed to be the hero of this story. But oddly enough, he's dead.
What?
That's right, Urameshi. This is my show now. A mulberry is a tree, and Kuwabara is a man.
Whoa, 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 Will, calm down. We'll get there. First... Ah, damn it! I shit myself!
Besides a few scratches, this boy looks just fine.
Well, at least one of them is.
Hey!
Cover this guy up and take the little boy.
Wait, what? Take the boy? Did this just become a kidnapping? Anyway, old Yusuke flashes back to try and figure out how the hell he got here.
All the boys have to wear blue jumpsuits, which I notice you're not.
Oh, give me a break, Keiko.
Maybe I'd be more tolerant, Yusuke, if I could see you in school more than once every 10 days. Sometimes I think you don't care about anyone but yourself, and then you don't even do that right. You hear me?
Nice uniform. It's lacy.
Of course, a whammon. It's always a whammon.
Sexism aside, how rare is it to have a middle school protagonist who's also an actual dick? I mean, Tomoya pranked Yohei, but he never lifted skirts. And oh my god, a girl who slaps a guy for something he actually deserves to be slapped for instead of lazy tsundere troping? The fuck is going on here?
Aren't you just terrified of what he might do to you? Or even worse, what people might say of it?
Not really.
He's super tough, and he kills for fun! Yeah, and if you cross him, he'll whistle for 2,000 bad guys with guns!
Come on, Yusuke doesn't even know how to whistle.
Yep, that was the least believable thing they said. Wait a minute, that was actually a good joke. Damn it, they got me again.
You mean he just gave you his wallet? He tried to pick on me, so I told him I was Urameshi's cousin. He just dropped it and ran. That blockhead will probably think it's true.
Oh, is she behind me?
No, I'm in front of you.
Führer King Bradley shows up to take Yusuke's Philosopher's Stone.
I see. Yusuke was beating you two up for your wallets. Typical scum behavior.
But he's too cool for any school, so him walking off is more than the poor vice principal can handle. The actual principal busts Yusuke in the back of the head, but even he is powerless to stop this madman.
I wonder why. Perhaps we should discuss it in my office then. We'll have tea.
It's just a toy, old man.
The hell? What, does he just have those in his pocket at all times?
Hey man, how's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Just a couple of things tonight.
Alright. So your total today will be $33.61, please.
Okay, yeah, hang on. Sorry, it must be up here, I mean... well... You know what?
It figures that the one day I feel like going to school, everyone wants to push on me and give me their stupid lectures. I hate that school. I hate this town.
I hate this town.
Sorry, Yusuke. Tomoya wins this round. We're all tied up.
This is especially true because Yusuke could not possibly hate life more than his stay-at-home mom. Jesus Christ, could you imagine a face more depressed than this?
Okay, let's call it a draw.
Yusuke Pac-Mans his way down the middle of the street until...
Oh my god, is it time? Is it finally time? Are we really here?
Ladies and gentlemen, the true hero of this story, Kazuma Kuwabara!
I feel better.
Ah! You son of a bitch! Get over here! I'm gonna fucking kill you! Ah! 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 Die, you son of a bitch!
Will, calm down. Anyway, this strangely brings us full circle as Yusuke ridicules the kid for recklessly kicking the ball around before, transforming into a place to never pause, and then...
Damn it, what's the use? The kid can get smashed by a car for all I care.
Hey, watch out!
That's what you get! I hope you rot in hell! Will, stay on script. Oh, shit, right, okay, wine? Oh, right, yeah, I wanted to talk about... take a second to talk about the fantastic subtlety of how Yusuke's character has been presented and conflicted and complicated with everything we need to know about him. With no exposition. Right? Right! Yeah, that. What?
The first thing we see of Yusuke is a douchey bully prototype, but that's immediately offset by much weightier influences and a pivotal scene here that can easily go unexamined and just taken at face value. Yusuke is a delinquent not because of typical angst or teenager-ness, but because that's the example his mother has set for him. I can't think of any other show where this is the case, and it's a much more cutting, painful root for the problem that comes out of a place of extremely rare maturity for a shonen. Then we have his death.
Yusuke's first reaction is to say that he doesn't care whether or not the kid gets killed, but when forced to make a snap decision, his base instinct is to save the kid's life with no regard for his own. Because this is who he really is deep down. You show me another anime, especially a shonen, that develops its protagonist this much in the first 12 minutes, and I'll eat my hat. And both of my shoes. Because it doesn't exist.
Just in time for the end of the flashback, Botan, our blue-haired Grim Reaper, informs Yusuke that it's time for his soul to be judged, but first, she takes him to see the boy he saved.
And they can't accept it and become ghosts, you see?
You're not answering my question.
Botan's my name, the pilot of the river Styx. I take care of people like you. I believe in your culture they also call me the Grim Reaper. Ring a bell?
A pretty girl like you? Please, you're no Grim Reaper.
Well, I'm not sure if I should take that as a compliment or an insult.
Plus, if you were a real messenger of death, you'd take this more seriously. Like how grim can you be when you say bingo? You're supposed to wear a big black robe and look like a skeleton.
Now I understand what kind of person you are. It's in my guidebook. Rather than be scared or surprised, you yell a lot and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Yusuke Urameshi, age 14. Personality's impulsive and ill-mannered with a violent temper. He has no respect for authority and is a horrible student. Things weren't looking up for you, were they?
That's none of your business! All right then, Death Lady. Can you tell me what happened to that kid I saved? Like, is he injured or what?
You want to go visit him?
Well, we've got the test results in.
He's dead.
Look at that. All right, Botan. I've got no regrets, so you can take me to hell or wherever it is I'm going.
Oh my god, I can't. I am the master of comedy.
It's funny, Yusuke. None of us were expecting you to die today. You've thrown us off for a loop.
Oh, give me a freaking break! Are you telling me you guys were expecting that little boy to die?
But without the confusion caused by you running into the street, that boy would have actually missed the car and escaped with one less scrape on his right shoulder.
What?
What a bitch! You know, in cases like this, I'm totally okay with domestic violence.
Okay, saving our reputation. Here we are. Why the fuck does Botan have a broom? Is she Harry Potter?
That would be a paddle.
Why does she have a broom paddle? Is she Harry Paddle?
No, it's just a paddle, not a broom.
Why does she have a paddle?
Because she's the boatman of the River Styx. It's a reinterpretation.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Grim Reaper boatwoman Charon Deluxe tells Yusuke that he's being given an opportunity to come back to life, but he decides he wants to stay dead because he was making everyone's lives harder, until...
What? Kuwabara?
Damn you! You think you can just back out because you're scared? I'm gonna beat you down, you punk! You hear me? Who do you think you are, huh? You're supposed to be here for me.
Oh man, I don't even know what to say. Kuwabara. Oh, we're not done. Thanks for ruining it. Fuck it out.
If you're feeling extra cynical, you could say that this is a cheap ploy to tug at the audience's heartstrings and manipulate us into caring about Yusuke. And you would be right, except this scene, as it stands, isn't presented as being for us. It's for Yusuke. First and foremost, it's designed for him to see how much everyone cares. The point, narratively, is to change his mind, and that's the primary purpose it serves. So get off your stupid nitpicky high horses before you make a fool of yourself. Will?
Oh, sorry. This scene also does a great job of humanizing Kuwabara. He's not just some one-dimensional punk or rival for our main character. He has a justified existence bigger than that juxtaposition, and this is only a good thing.
Botan tells Yusuke it's time to go to the spirit world, and as we anxiously anticipate this dramatic change of scenery, the episode ends.
So, you've been angry, thrilled, psychotic, a sobbing mess? Are you through with being bipolar yet? I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's continue.
Welcome to the Japanese afterlife and its high ruler, King Yama.
I hate babies.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to JT's Irrational and Unfair Reasons for Not Watching a Show, Part 48. Irrational and unfair, huh? Yeah. You mean like that time that you rushed the camera, assaulted it, and nearly destroyed it? Like 10 minutes ago? What?
Okay, Koenma's not that bad. He's just such a suddenly bizarre creative choice. He distracts me every single time I see him, and I know Yusuke immediately laughs at him because it's a silly-ass thing that we eventually start to take seriously. But come on, just come on.
Regardless, he gives Yusuke a golden egg and tells him that he has to fill it with good enough spirit energy in the next 48 hours if he wants to come back to life. Otherwise, if he acts like an asshole, it'll hatch a giant asshole that will immediately gobble him up. Really though, there's only one solution.
Tap A quickly to not die as fast!
He goes to see Keiko, but is conflicted over whether or not ghosts can receive consent, so he decides to go another route.
I need you to take care of my body until I come back.
Oh, Yusuke!
Ow! Why does my butt
If you miss this chance, there probably won't be another one, so do the best that you can.
I will.
Great. Soul rape, that's what we've devolved to now. My favorite character in all of Shonen reduced to a fucking puppet.
Would you quit it with the melodrama? You've watched this entire show twice. What? I said, would you quit? Oh my son of a bitch.
Yusuke Bara fucks up a few times trying to find Keiko again, and the situation is looking pretty dire after he beats the shit out of multiple goon squads, but finally at the last second pulls a rabbit out of his ass the only way he knows how.
Keiko, nice uniform.
I know I've been a bum to you at times, but please wait for me.
I will. I'd wait forever, Yusuke.
Well, too bad that wasn't meant to last.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I probably deserved it.
See? How can you not love this guy? And I also love how Yusuke being in his body is simultaneously used to creatively drive the plot forward and show how Yusuke's presence has created a chip on Kuwabara's shoulder that's pushing him to try and be a badass all the time. It may not be a lot, but it's more dual of a purpose than your average anime would think to use.
Finally, Keiko blasts her way to Yusuke's house, where she finds that his body is slowly starting to return to life, and his mom is now firmly on her side. However, just as this new hope starts to rise, the episode unfortunately ends.
Well, I would continue watching.
What sets this show apart from not only every other shonen, but most other anime in general, is that it wants us to be invested in the characters first instead of the situation. DBZ wants us to be invested in the action, but the characters are very thin. A show like One Piece wants us to like the characters, but the adventure always comes first. Cutting to present day, My Hero Academia, a strong contender for top 5 shonen ever, also has problems developing its characters right away and sticks primarily to the action. With Yu Yu Hakusho, that is refreshingly not the case.
Aside from one brief scene, the rest of these all-important first 2 installments have been spent on Earth, in Yusuke's hometown, engrossing us in a grounded setting with human characters, and, spoiler alert, that's what the next episode does too. It wants to tell us why we should care about these people before throwing us into battles and setting stakes, because obviously, if we don't care about them, why would we care about what they're doing? We're told right away that Yusuke is supposed to be the hero of this story, but he's no such thing, at least not yet. We're being allowed to get to know him as a person first, which is way more important. And speaking of Urameshi, killing your main character in the first minute is almost doomed to fail on paper, but it's used to not only establish and build Yusuke, but everyone around him and their relationships with each other. Think about it. Yusuke's mom, Kuwabara, and Keiko have all been brought together. The current universe has been established. The whole grand picture is coming together in 2 episodes. Please, modern anime, take all the notes you need.
Wow, yeah, this one is something special. Absolutely. Well, that's gonna do it for this week. I'm Will Ryan, and I'm Hey guys, I made it!
What
I'm
the
here!
What? Hey! You guys didn't start without me, did you?
Start what?
The Yu Yu Hakusho review. You guys know it's my favorite anime of all time. I have to be in it. Well, come on guys, let's get it going.
What?